I just thought of something. I would like to start a challenge of toxic positivity. Isn't that like the best thing? Just be like overly hyper positive. Oh man. Probably not a good idea, but it would be super cool if somehow everybody could transform their mind to a positive mental attitude. That way we don't have to have conflict or, and I guess conflict exists. It's part of nature. If I look out and I'm honest, life feeds on life. So it's kind of like in a similar fashion, conflict between other individuals and or between myself and other individuals. If there is a conflict, it would look like life feeding on life, wouldn't it? I mean, nature has a random or randomized pattern or design, like the survival of the fittest, or really like what would determine which mouse got eaten? And did the mouse know the mouse was going to get eaten? Did the mouse get eaten and not know it? What happened? Are we able to really perceive things from the mouse's point of view? And then there's the hawk, soaring around checking everything out. He spots the mouse on the left. What was the determining factor that made him choose the mouse on the left versus the mouse on the right? We can sum up that kind of a thought with nature. There's a design in place, right? And then there's always mouse, and there's always hawk. Unless there's too much hawk and not enough mouse. Then balance is out of order and we lose hawk or mouse or both, right? I mean, hawk has a fair chance of survival because hawk can go and get any other food that's a smaller prey as a predator. Then we see like the evidence of certain destruction and demise based on personal preferences and beliefs. Like we don't want to harm dolphins. They overpopulate and overfish. So then you have the Japanese that form dolphin slaughter parties. They go out and kill a bunch of them. Then you have activists that are all in an uproar over that. Well, I'm starting to say Japanese have a kind of a really good mindset. You want to know why? We eat fish. If the fish can't be in a higher demand because, well, there's something else out there eating the fish at a faster rate than they need to because there's no natural predator like running around killing a bunch of dolphins, then we are the natural predator. We have to take that role. And that's not to say that there's an overpopulation of dolphins, right? And I'm not saying that I want to go kill dolphins. I'm just saying that if statistically in an area there is an overpopulation, and then there's hunting parties that go out and take out some of them so there's more fish because they like fish, well, fuck it. Like, that's nature at its finest. We should kind of focus on the same thing everywhere, because being one with nature or being really connected to nature, we can spot when things go out of balance and then do our best to take part in being nature to restore a natural balance, a perpetual balance with nature. How is that so hard to get through people's heads? As a message, I see that it's like a no-brainer to me. We have to leave room for nature, and we have to be in perpetual balance with nature. And then there's other things like, prizing beauty or truth or love and light. Good morning.
Good morning.
And the greatest takeaway from all of this is that we don't have to go and butt our nose into someone else if we're focused on nature, right? And if we're focused on nature, and we're all focused on nature, then most of the time nature will present the design that we can see or observe. And I'm guaranteeing you, it's the same design. So we're all focused on the same thing. How cool would that be if we all tuned into nature and then we're all tuned into nature? I mean, wouldn't that make sense? Be less conflict, less problematic, probably more harmonious. And then you got people dropping like flies due to disease, famine, fires, whatever, right? Well, is that nature? Huh. It's really tough to pick and choose which one goes and where, right? So it's random. Completely fucking utterly random. I mean, what ant I choose to kill versus the one that I watch. Random. Depends on my mood, right? Maybe it's the hawk's mood that led him to the left mouse versus the right mouse. Who knows? And then you have human. And you have human that poisoned the mice. And the mice were just stumbling out. The hawk didn't really connect with the idea that they were poisoned because the mice were just starting to feel the effects of the poison. Yeah, because, you know, the mice were a pest in the home, chewing through wires and walls and trying to live in the insulation lining their oven. And, you know, these people are just like, oh, well, I got to poison them. So these mice are out looking for water out in the field. Hawk eats the one with poison. Oh, shit. Guess what happens to Hawk? Hawk dies too. You know how cancerous it is to be fucking human in this earth when you're not connected to nature? Not even considering the fucking possibility of your actions? Huh. Is this toxic positivity? What? What would toxic positivity look like in reality? I think I just summed it up. So, toxically infecting people with a positive, very, very positive mind frame towards nature and humanity as a whole, shifting and transitioning to, I think, a better role that we can play is the idea. And with that, I'm going to cut this video off short so I can make a little short. Be good.